everyone I told this to so far has given me that look of like pity in a way, but I'm truly excited to redefine the holidays for myself this year. I found that every year since my young teenage years, I've been yearning for a really happy Christmas, a really joyful one, and I found it within my friend groups during some years, and it was really nice, but I always knew that there was something missing on the inside. Like it just didn't feel complete. It didn't feel whole. I just felt like everything still at the end of the day was forced, and it's because a lot of it has to do with what even this holiday even means in general nowadays. Like it just seems so status. It seems so like ingenuine. It seems just like for consumerism. But I don't know. I personally prefer nowadays to just wait for people's birthdays. If I were to give a gift, I honestly love gift giving, and in the past I've overdone it. I've overdone it in hopes of having some kind of like fulfillment. Like I was happy to buy the gift 100%, but I don't know. I used to buy like 20 people gifts a year, and it's not like I was waiting for that many gifts to have back, but it just didn't even feel like at the end of it I was just like, why did I even actually do that? Like what was the real reason for me doing that? Because I love gift giving, but then the hidden motives was just to feel like I just wanted to feel kind of some validation that the relationship was going to be good or whole. But anyways, now that's all, that stuff doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm glad to just see how I'm gonna go throughout or finish the rest of the year. I've had plans for Boxing Day, but we'll just see how tomorrow, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day goes. I'm open-hearted, but I'm really excited to at least spend Christmas Day with my ancestors. It is something that I want to take time with. I'm excited to just spend some time with my grandpas like that. Grandparents, I guess I could say. But yes. Ooh. I am so happy I ended up at this cafe, I mean, because originally I was gonna go to this one cafe that's not officially open yet, but it's like something low-key, and I thought it was gonna be open today, but yeah, so I Ubered there from home, and then they weren't open, so I was really annoyed with myself for a second. But then I started searching up cafes. I just googled cafes, and then I wanted to find one that was aesthetic enough to sit in. And then this cafe is so cute. I'm drinking a lemon fog, and I also ordered a smoked salmon sandwich. Yeah, so I'm gonna be just chilling here, crocheting here for a little bit, working, doing my thing. This is a really cute way to start the holiday for me. I really wanted to sit in somewhere comfy and be like flowing and creative today. I really thought so. Out for a smoke break. It's 9 in the morning on Christmas Day. Yesterday I didn't film the rest of my day, so I made a change last minute on what I wanted to do, because I was like, I'm not really feeling the vibe of the cafe too much. Like I don't feel comfy even though I was there for an hour. I was either gonna choose to stay there for an hour or a couple hours or like 6 hours. So because I didn't feel comfy, I was like, meh, I'll just go. But the thing is, I was planning, another option of mine yesterday was to grab my last bit of wool for the blanket before it closed, but it closed at 3, and then I decided at 2:30 to go. So I had to ask the Uber to like do the 2 trips thing, and I made it to the store just in time for 3 minutes. I got there at 2:57, and I was calling them. I was like, hi, I'm coming.
But yeah, so that's gonna be my project of today. I didn't work on my blanket at all yesterday, and I was thinking, I was like, you know what, as much as this is a hobby, like I even still need a break from my hobbies, or else I won't find like, or else I won't have that like consistent pleasure of doing it, you know, or else I'll feel like work if if I'm making myself do a little bit every day. So it was really nice for me to notice that. Really grateful to notice things like that. But last night I had really vivid dreams, and some things that I can remember were some faces of like people in my past. Like it was just so weird. Like half of the dream was me kind of running away from people in a stance where I just felt like everyone hated me and didn't want me around, and was doing all these things, so I just didn't feel comfy, and I was like doing these escape things. And then at the end it was people saying like they're sorry, they're here for me and stuff like that, and it was really weird to wake up to. And then the first song that came into my head was like Christmas songs, so just like instantly I just like remembered it was Christmas. And then said like Christmas greetings to Cushy. But today I was just like, yeah, I am waking up around people who are celebrating Christmas, and like I'm choosing not to really be involved for sure. So it's nothing against that, but it just like feels interesting. They're going to their family party later, so I'll just be I'll just be at my space. I'll be in the space by myself, and I'm really curious to see how I'm gonna feel during that time. But
The holidays are a very interesting time for me. Growing up, I never really experienced like a happy Christmas with my direct family. Whenever I spent it with my grandparents, it would just be like just me and my grandparents, which I really loved. I think those were honestly my best ones when it comes to family, because it just felt very like, you know, loving. It really wasn't ever about the gifts with my family for sure. But I think I get sad because most of my Christmases were spent like at my dad's house, and it wasn't a prioritized thing. It wasn't a loving household, you know. And as much as, you know, the other day when I was doing my stretches, I just had a huge wave of just like my dad's energy, and I was like, fuck, I can really feel how much he's thinking about me during this time. And it made me really sad because I finally just like had to just admit that I miss him too. But I was like, but then it's like times like this during the holidays where I'm just like, it's just a shame, you know. Like it sucks because I can't fully blame my dad in regards to like how he probably never had any Christmases. I don't know, because he doesn't really talk about his past or anything. So I'm just assuming, just with the way my grandparents on his side were to me, like they weren't that loving either. So in that regard, like I understand him as a person, but it's just like, you know, every year I was just yearning for what I saw on TV. You know, I was yearning for a very loving space, and it just like felt very heartwarming, and that was the priority. So when I started having like Christmases with my friends, it was really nice because I had a lot of great Christmases with my friends, and I'm so thankful for that. But you know, none of those friends are here this year, so that's another thing. So I guess I'm pretty stuck in this nostalgic state. I'm choosing to spend this day alone instead of spending it with Cushy's family. And it's nothing against her family, it's just I just knew I would be feeling certain ways about today, and I didn't want to
try to mask it by being around a family, you know? So I don't know, I was like, maybe it's my trauma response too for trying to like deal with things alone and stuff, but I don't know, I prefer doing this anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to, I don't want to like desensitize today, but I am like detached from Christmas itself. Like, it's just this time of the year makes me very nostalgic and sad in general, just because it just reminds me of like what I didn't get as I wanted growing up, like the love and stuff. But this year I'm finally in my own space, because honestly the last probably like 3, 4, 5 Christmases I've experienced were very they did not feel loving, they felt so forced. And I think that's why this year I'm okay with doing it alone, because I'm just like, man, I'd rather be alone than around like fake energy, basically. Like, so because I just don't want to anything. I got myself happy with my space. I'll be okay. I'm just letting myself process the sadness. It happens. I was expecting it to happen. I was honestly waiting for it to happen today. I was like, all right. And as soon as they left, I was like, there it goes. Like, as soon as they closed the door, I'm like, yep, I was waiting to do that. So, this is what I made for my winter dinner. I don't know what to call it. Winter dinner. This is what I made for dinner. I'm happy about this because, like, I've been craving a meal that I've had since childhood, and my grandparents always made this for me. Like, just rice, stir-fried veggies, egg, and I made, oh my gosh, I made my own fish sauce, like Nook Mam, the Vietnamese fish sauce, but I put too much fish sauce, so that's why it's very, very dark. But as I use it, I'm just gonna put more water, and it's gonna be that nice clear color. I also prepped some pickled radishes. I'll be okay. Just as soon as I get time alone, I'ma call you tonight. Baby, you're my angel. Got my leggings. My blah. I'm going out. I'm going to Legends pop-up shop, but I'm not going to that, but I'm going to Drake's Underground. Ooh, first time going there. And there's gonna be local artists playing and Legends doing a pop-up shop there, so that was the main reason what's making me go there. But I'm really excited for the vibes. Honestly, y'all, I've been anxious all day because this is the first time doing something like this by myself at night. Like, the first time ever taking myself out at night was the wine and paint night I did last week, but this time it's like kind of a club-ish vibe going by myself. So I'm really nervous, honestly. Like, a part of me was trying to convince myself to stay home and be like, no, it's okay, like, but I'm okay. I meant to do this and everything, so I'm really looking forward to it.
The karma is rated I. Told me don't touch it, so I sucked it, put the button in a rather speed text the person that got you vexed to sit down in front to find tones to collect. It's disrespectful to be neglectful of the ones you crave the attention of, and it's quite coincidental that once you got the attention you call peace like a dove, because the autocorrect you're used to can't correct the stutters you continue to utter because you don't have Siri to do any of this for you. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I've been getting to see the beat, thirst on my energy. I was like been at ease since spirit told me. I was like been at ease since spirit told me everything.
There's so many takeaways of tonight, honestly. So I got there and felt just like super awkward and out of place. And then I said hi to the one person I knew, but then they were already in mid conversation with someone else, and I just didn't know where to stand after that. And this was before like the performers were out and stuff, so there was like everyone to their own groups and stuff, and I was just like getting in my head about how there wasn't anyone for me to talk to during the time I was there. So then I went into the washroom, went into the stall, and just started to cry. Like, my inner child felt wounded because I've always felt very outcasted or overlooked in groups, and I just felt like that again. And I was like, and then a weird sad thought came to mind, was whenever people were having a great time around me without me, I had like some sad thoughts where I was like, see, like people don't need me type of thing. And I'm just like, fuck, I hate when I think that. Like, I do. If I could hate anything, I do. I don't like when I think that, because I know it's like such a sad wound that I clearly still carry. Oh my god, I didn't expect to have a freaking tower moment right now, but here we go. Anyways, I'll deal with that after the camera. But yeah, so then I was talking to my friend and I was telling her, I was like, I can't get out of the stall. It was half an hour and I was like, I can't get out of the stall. I think I'm gonna go home. And then she was like, you know what, if you need to go home, just go. And I was like, I didn't take her words as a challenge. I took my own thoughts as a challenge. I was like, are you really gonna go home? And then I was like, no. And then I just turned it around. I was like, you came here, you're already here, just try it one more time. Just find Legend, at least the one person you know, and just see how it goes. And then I was able to get myself out of the stall, talk myself like I am, affirmations in the mirror, and then went into the crowd, found Legend, and then I told him about like what happened. And then he's like, just sit on my chair, the crochet chair. And then I just felt comfy after that. And then when the performers started their stuff, like I got into that because I just focused on them, like focused on their performances, and I enjoyed all of them so much. I just know that those type of crowds are where I want to be, for sure. Like, I can really see myself enjoying those type of environments when, like, no, I don't want to say when, but I know it will amplify my experience when I find my soul tribe, so I can enjoy these things with the same people who enjoy it as well, but with me. That'll be so nice to have soul tribe. That'll be so nice. But for now, here's me just planting seeds in the community still, and just putting myself out there, even though it's really challenging. But no one's gonna do it for me. I am a little bit crossed. Anyways, good night. Lavender tea. I was gonna conclude this video by going to the club and just being like, oh my god, an awesome moment, right? Because yeah, someone I had just kind of met asked me to go to the club, right? And asked me on like a Friday, but I was like, is it okay if I tell you like a little bit closer to the date? Because I just wanted to see how the next couple of days were gonna play out and stuff. I don't like to make plans too far out anymore like that, because I just don't know how I'm gonna feel. So then the night before, we were just, or the day up and stuff, we were just like arranging it and stuff. And then right before I got ghosted. So I'm like, you know what? This is okay. I'm gonna take it as I wasn't meant to go there. I wasn't meant to do this. So yeah, I had a moment of FOMO though. I've been getting FOMO a lot recently, and not even to anyone specific, just of like being able to go out and enjoy it with people. Like, I want to go out with people. Man, if that if that night showed me anything, it was that I'm proud of myself for doing these things alone, but like I miss doing these things with people. So yeah, anyways, before I get into that tangent, I made a new page for TikTok for it specifically to be for my reads. It's called Anunu Reads. ANUNUREADS. But yeah, I just did that to keep it separate since TikTok likes niches, but also I don't really care because I still have my other page doing like random, like following my life and stuff. So yeah, I just felt like the target audience for my reads weren't hitting like the audience I really wanted to be intentional, because I feel like a lot of my TikTok has people not on a spiritual path. So I wanted to attract that with my reads. But yes, follow if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I did reframe how I feel about this holiday, but I think it was just like leading up to my detachment of holidays in general and just like everyone's routine clock and like following the norm and stuff. I'm trying to, anyway. So where was I getting at with that? Forgot. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Oh yeah, reframe the list. My god, now that the days pass, it's just another day to me. So let's see what happens for New Year's. Right now I have no plans for New Year's, and it's in 3 days. Keeping an open mind, but also not trying to expect something to happen, because honestly, if I am being honest, there have been like events, especially on like my birthday, that I'm like, okay, it's gonna be this day that something amazing is gonna just show up in front of me, and it just would not play out like that. So I was like, oh, you know, I'm too attached to like the day itself, and instead I just want to bring about that spirit. So I'm like, I had like some hope about Christmas, but that didn't happen. So I was like, okay, I'm just not gonna think about anything about New Year's. If it just turns out I'm just doing sparklers in this place, that's okay with me, because it was better than what I did last year. Last year, I literally had no plans, didn't even have anyone to say Happy New Year to, and made TikToks throughout the night. I like forgot about the countdown, so I think that's pretty sad. So this year, it's not gonna be like that. So yes, we'll see. But thank you for your time, for real. If you watch this far, please leave emojis, because it's just some reassurance. I know I'm not making these videos for like people specific, but it'd be nice to know who watches till the end, you know? Thank you.